avoiding a widespread water crisis in Texas will cost even more than previously thought. The state's latest analysis now says it needs at least $174 billion in the next 5 decades to avert disaster. Well, we'd like to go further in depth now on that plan, soon to be adopted by the Texas Water Development Board. So joining us now to talk about his reporting into this is Carlos Nogueras Ramos with the Texas Tribune. Carlos, welcome back to our show. Nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that figure we just highlighted really is eye-popping, to say the least, $174 billion. So explain how that compares to the last plan that was adopted by the state.
Yeah, every 5 years, the Texas Water Development Board, passes the state water plan in which they try to aggregate the state of affairs for our water for the coming decades. And they do that to sort of update and keep up with the water situation across all the different regions. And so that's 16 different water districts that are reporting to the Water Development Board, what are the most urgent projects that are going to need their attention in the next 5 years that'll also carry them into the future and in those decades that you cited. And so the last time the Water Development Board passed the plan was in 2022, and outlooks then found that the state would need $80 billion or in that range to get a handle on the water crisis. And when I say water crisis, I just mean declining levels of water across the board. And now, as we found in our reporting, just yesterday, the Water Development Board said that it would need more than double that amount in the $174 billion to rein in this water crisis.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would then wonder, because of that doubling in the estimate, what are some of the factors that are contributing to that?
There's an array of factors. The first few that the Water Development Board mentions are inflation. That's the biggest driver of the cost, impacts of COVID-19 and the pandemic's effect on supply chain. It's a growing backlog of water projects that haven't gotten done because they can't find the funding. And then, of course, that just means that it transits over into this water plan. And so combine that all together, and that's how we arrive at this figure.
Yeah, well, just last year, we had previously covered and talked about Texas voters approving a $20 billion investment to help out communities address water infrastructure and supply issues. So what are experts saying now about whether that is simply enough to address the state's needs moving forward?
Yes, that's exactly right. The Texas legislature last year called an election for voters to decide whether we should put more money into our water infrastructure and our water needs more broadly. And they said yes, sending $20 billion specifically. And the 20 billion figure is the amount that the legislature decided from the legislative session last year. And so when I spoke to experts and asked them, how does the state money that voters approved play into this? Some outright said that it's not enough. And I believe, Senator Charles Perry, who authored this bill in the legislature, said it would be a drop in the bucket to the amount that we need. And so the way that funding is going to work out is that every year, $1 billion will go out. But of course, when you compare 20 billion to 174 billion, it's really just scratching the surface of the size of the cost.
Yeah, just a fraction of that estimate. Our final question for you here, Carlos, is I understand this lengthy plan that is soon to be approved includes thousands of possible strategies to help add water to the state's supply. So what could be some of those approaches? I know we can't get into all of them, but what are some of those?
There are 6,700 recommended strategies, and they all have to do in the realm of rehabilitating aquifers and reservoirs, ensuring that the level stays steady and preventing steep declines. There are also strategies around water conservation that accounts for almost a third of the strategy recommendations, more broadly. And so it's just those are some of the strategies, that the Water Development Board is recommending that don't have a price tag attached to it, but that, taxing districts could use or water systems could use to ease on water usage and possibly slow down the water crisis.
Well, this story certainly caught my attention today, and I hope that you all will go and read it over on the Texas Tribune's website. Otherwise, Carlos, thanks again for joining us, and I hope you enjoy your weekend too.
Thank you. Likewise.